We'll start with the weird, Jenna. Pistons Sixers. Joel with the big putback dunk screams and gets a tech. Joel's like, huh? I was yelling at myself. Meanwhile, the announcers are like, yeah, tell him about it, Joel. Like, we got to pick one either way. Sixers win in Detroit. Moving on to the wonderful. Best team in New York visiting Chicago. Caruso. Look at this little play. Watching this game, I said, ooh, Caruso. Bulls mounted a late rally / Knicks meltdown. But Knicks win, now 4-1, bing bong. Moving on to the weird.
Good.
Grizz Warriors. 16 seconds left in the shot clock. I thought this was at first like a desperation shot. No, he just added this to his game. One thing he hasn't added to his game is scoring in the fourth quarter in overtime. What's going on? Finishes with 36 points. The Warriors lose. Only scored 3 points in overtime. And finally, the wonderful Wizards Hawks, Jenna. Trae Young gets his shot blocked. Can't blame that one on the refs. Might not like the rules, but he does appreciate a good play. Sees Trez. He's like, you know what, Trez? Well done. Wizards win. Move to 4-1. Flying up my list.
They need a backup. How about that? Time for Nick to hand out some NBA medals. Spurs, Mavs. Luka overcoming a slow start, putting up 25, helping the Mavs rally for a win. But Nick's large adult Slovenian son just missing out on a medal. Nick, which 3 guys did it better than your son last night?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was a little disappointed with Luka. Look, come on, Luka. Let's play all 4 quarters, buddy. You're trying to get to a conference finals this year. All right, bronze medal, Montrezl Harrell. One of the 3 former Lakers that's playing well for the Wizards right now, which is one of the reasons Wild is going on the Wizards. 25, 13, and 5 for Trez. Good game for him and a nice win over the Hawks. Silver medal, Joel Embiid, 30, 18, and 3. Whether Drummond's on the Pistons or not, Embiid owns the Pistons. By the way, the Sixers got to figure out this late game stuff. I've only been saying that for the last 5 years. And then the gold medal, Ja Morant. I'm not ready to say yet that this young crop has overtaken the older crop of stars in this league. But when you look at which teams are playing well, when you look at which players are playing well, it's a lot of guys in the early 20s more so than the early 30s. Ja, 37 and 5 in a really nice win at Golden State last night. So there it is, your medal, your podium from last night in the NBA, Chris Broussard.
You went with the jewel of that draft with Zion and Ja, Nick. I like it at the top of your podium. I can't argue it. I'd love to throw a Nick in there. Big win for them over the Bulls last night. Knicks are playing well, too, but nobody deserves to knock one.
Were you able to talk to AJ about that?
Nah, I mean, I know he's hot. You know, emotions running high. Obviously, after the fact, it's, you know, we both know, you know, we weren't on the same page, and it cost us. But, you know, we'll be better because of it.
What was the plan that last play? What did you want just in general?
That. One-on-one over there, yeah. We didn't run the route. We got made a good play. So I'm not sure, like I said, if it wasn't the route that we thought we had checked. So we got to communicate better in those situations.
The guy that made the pick was with them for 4 weeks. He was on the street. We brought him in. He's starting for us. He's a great dude, and he's really messed well with our team. And to come up with a play like that with 15 seconds left is incredible.
Nice props to Rasul Douglas there by Aaron Rodgers. All right, so what do you think, Nick? Did Rodgers and the Packers win this game last night, or did Kyler and the Cardinals just lose it?
Well, let me be clear here. And again, I know what the audience is thinking to start the show. They're not surprised that Rasul Douglas ends up making the biggest play of the game. Rasul Douglas, clutch client. However, the breadth and width of the game, the Packers deserved to win. You didn't know that, did you, Kevin Wildes? That was a little surprise, wasn't it? The Packers were literally 1 inch away from going up 10 with 3 minutes left. I still haven't seen a replay that, to me, was conclusive that they didn't score that touchdown. But it got overturned. Arizona then gets the goal line stand. And all of a sudden, I don't know what you guys were thinking. I was thinking, oh, he hadn't played that well. But this could be Kyler Murray's MVP moment. 99 yards to beat Aaron Rodgers on national television to get to 8-0. That's the type of thing that even if your numbers aren't overwhelming, can put such a stamp on a season that you say, oh, Arizona's the best team and Kyler's the MVP. And so while that's playing out, and after they get the big conversion to get to midfield, it felt like, okay, worst case scenario is overtime. And then, and the reason that I have to say Arizona lost it rather than Green Bay won it, even though Green Bay was in position to go up 10 points, that play by A.J. Green is quite simply as bad of a play as I've ever seen an NFL veteran make. Because the only justification is not a justification. And by that I mean this, Broussard. The justification is, I thought it was a running play. But the reason that's not a justification is you're a veteran, you know there's 15 seconds left, we have no timeouts. It's impossible for that to be a running play. So if in the huddle you think they've called a running play, you've got to be like, whoa, what are we running here? Because you can't say he thought it was a passing play, because then that's offensive pass interference. Even if the ball's going somewhere else, he's blocking up the field. So he ran this as if it were a running play, when, again, down 3, 15 seconds, no timeouts, it's impossible to call a running play there. Even Cliff Kingsbury's not calling a running play there. So this is just an all-time gaffe by a really good player who's been good for them this year. And so because of that, I got to lay it at the Cardinals' feet. This is as bad of a play as an NFL veteran has made all season.
All right, well, for those of you who may not have picked that up, that was a little shot at Cliff Kingsbury in there. Even Kingsbury wouldn't call a running play, just so you're ready for that. All right, I'm going to get to that in a moment, Nick. But first, I do want to give props to the Packers, because we all know how banged up they were on the defensive side of the ball, and because of COVID, they're missing their 3 top receivers offensively, not to mention the defensive coordinator. And they came out and played terrifically. They executed the game plan to perfection. I thought it was a tremendous game plan from Matt LaFleur. Clearly, it was dink and dunk. Rodgers had, 5 or 6 passes over 10 yards, something like that. Dink and dunk and run the football, keep Kyler Murray and the crew off the field, and keep it from being a shootout. So LaFleur, we all remember, obviously, the NFC title game where he didn't go for it. All right, went for the field goal. But this guy is proven to be a fantastic coach. Let's get the graphic up here. Through 39 games, Nick, he has the greatest winning percentage, greatest record in the Super Bowl era of any coach through 39 games. I get it. He's got Aaron Rodgers, but still, we saw what Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were looking like under Mike McCarthy in the waning years. So I give Matt LaFleur props for coming up with a great game plan when you were missing so many guys, and it almost got them the win. The one thing I will go at him at, and it doesn't sound like Nick, and I bet you're with it too, Wilds, I did not like the 4th and goal call to go for the touchdown. I think they should have went for the field goal. And give me the analytics and all that. You can look, this is